Now we are. So question 5 is a stealth quadratic question. We've got 5 marks to find the real roots of this equation. We're always going to be looking for clues in questions, aren't we? And when we see this say find the real roots, then we're already anticipating that there are going to be more than just 2 answers to this, but some of them aren't going to be real. Some of them aren't going to lead to a solution. As I say, there are a couple of ways we could do this, but what I would like to do with this is, because we've got an unknown on the bottom of the fraction, I'm going to multiply through by that unknown. So the first step is going to be to multiply everything by y to the 4. Now that would give me 3, once I've times by y to the 4, minus 10 y to the 4 over y squared. Now the y squared would cancel, so that's a 10 y squared, minus 8 y to the 4 is equal to 0. You can see how a theme kind of appears with these. We've got a negative in front of our biggest power. So actually, before I do anything else, I'm going to rearrange this. I've multiplied everything by minus 1. I've taken everything to the other side and made it look like that. And now I've got my y to the 4. I'm going to do a substitution. You could just leave it with the y squared in there, but I'm going to replace y squared with t. So it says 8t squared plus 10t minus 3 is 0. I've now just got a quadratic equation that's a fairly standard thing. Again, we've talked about a method for solving these. You could, if you want to, head straight for the quadratic formula, but I'm going to try and factorise this by doing that thing where we multiply the first and last terms to give minus 24t squared. And now I'm going to think, are there 2 things that multiply to give negative 24 and add to give plus 10?
12 minus 2.
12 and minus 2, plus 12 and minus 2. So we're going to do that. 8t squared plus 12t minus 2t minus 3 is equal to 0. Remember what we're doing here. We are looking at the first 2 terms on their own, 8t squared plus 12t. Common factors, a couple of common factors are there. The common factor of 4 and a common factor of t. So we're going to take 4t out, and that will be 2t plus 3. We look at the other bit, and there is a common factor in there, that the minus 2t minus 3. The common factor would be negative 1. So we're going to take minus 1 as our common factor, giving us 2t plus 3 there. Can you see that we've got the right thing happening again? We've got that bracket is the same in both cases. So we've got 2t plus 3. And then the other bit, we look at the terms in front of the bracket. So we've got 4t minus 1.
Can I just, why is it negative 24t squared?
This was the 8t squared multiplied by the minus 3.
Oh, right, yeah.
We did the first and last thing. We've ended up with t being this. What value of t would this give us?
Minus 3 over 2.
Minus 3 over 2. And this one would give us
1 over 4.
1 over 4. Okay. Now remember, we weren't talking about t, we were talking about y right at the start. We said that t was equal to y squared. So here we're saying y squared is minus 3 over 2, and y squared is a quarter. But this one, of course, y squared being something negative, there are no real solutions to that. So here we need to acknowledge there are no real roots. Whereas this one, having got y squared equals a quarter, we need to do plus or minus the square root of a quarter. And the square root of a quarter
half.
would be a half. So y equals a half or minus a half. They are our solutions to that equation. Okay.
Oh, God, I think
Got a lot to do in that, isn't there? Here we are.
He's doing it again differently.
Okay.
He's doing differently.
Thanks.